and the cows and sheep and goats and horses. That's 5. So lots of animals. And they're making baby animals quite frequently too. Anyway, so we'll get to the end of this row, we'll jump in the case, we'll move it to a new field. Hopefully we get all of these jobs done about the same time. And we'll end up with 90,000 in the bank, which is also a good thing. I suppose if there's some weeding contracts, I could do those with the case since it's already set up to go. For now. 3, 2, 1, go. And I hit the turn, yes. Okay. Not that row, that. Okay, I'll stop that right there and we'll turn off the sprayer for now. You are done. Good job. And that's much better looking field. So I'll run my little red tractor over here. I think I need to get out, have a look at this field. This field, growing, needs rolling. Oh no, this field didn't have any weeds in it because the weeds were all, it was ploughed. Okay, so I don't have to go in that field. Hang on, can I go back to there? It doesn't tell me what wheels to use, does it? 3 of 5, no it doesn't. Anyway, 2 more months on that field, in theory. Might not be 2 more months. Okay, drive into the field diagonally. That worked nice. And kick out the worker. Let's do the working thing. Okay, so that job started. Cruise control on. Sprayer on. Go. So I did figure that one problem with automated tractors, so there's the whole, you can automate your farm vehicles effectively because it's, you know, you've got all the guidance steering and everything else. You could, you know, you can sit in a tractor and, you know, effectively read a book while it drives up and down the field, in theory. Some of the manufacturers had gone and demoed cabless tractors, so the tractor is only able to do things by guidance. But what happens if a deer sheds its antlers in your field? A human can see that. A automated tractor can't necessarily see things that are going to make big holes in its tyres and cause problems. So there is that. And I'm not sure how easy it is to scan for deer antlers. I remember an episode of House where someone had swallowed a wooden cocktail stick. And the problem is it's an organic thing. And by the time it's in your gut, it's a wet organic thing that's stabbing blood vessels, and didn't show up on the x-ray because, you know, it's... I don't know how true that would be, but, you know, it's sort of if you're scanning for... If you're scanning for specific rocks within rock strata, the density of the rocks will be different. But if you're scanning for a rock that's very similar density to the rest of the rocks, it's not so easy to find the rock you're looking for. You have to dig for it and look for it. Anyway, we're now at 40% done. This is good. Case is on the last job. That's our only active contract. There's bale wrapping. I would like to get a bale wrapper, I think. There's fertilising, 25,000. That's not bad. There's hoeing for 10,000. That is on the right hand side. I think our farm is just down here, so we could go hoe that field for 10,000. That won't take the case long. There's a wood transport, there's some weeding contracts. That one looks like it's along the train line. I have no idea how to get to that field. It's interesting. But we could look at that. 3 years right on our farm. We could... £1,200 dollars. 1,200 money. Anyway. Get this one done. If the hoe finishes, then I might set him loose on the 10,000 contract, because that's a free to do contract. Yeah, you need the diesel for the tractor, whatever, but it's not like I have to buy a consumable that is going to get used up. I'm also not sure you get refunded consumables that you buy and don't use in borrowed equipment. So it's one of the reasons why I prefer doing jobs with my own equipment. This is my liquid fertilizer. And if I have any left over, it's my liquid fertilizer. I don't mind it staying in the tanks. But if you're using if you're borrowing the equipment, then the problem then comes down to, well, I have to return that equipment, but I paid for that fertilizer, so I have to remember to remove it from the piece of equipment and figure out a way to ship it somewhere, because it's not, it's my fertilizer, but it's not where I want it. So that's kind of the issue, actually. Okay, looked like my remedy action on the fish filter has worked, and it's not complaining quite so loudly as it was. But I am definitely going to have to clean out that inflow pipe for the filter, so it doesn't overstrain the pump. The tank, it's a 60 gallon tank. And we started off with one of a cheap waterfall filter on the back, which really wasn't the greatest. But it was, you go to the store, you can buy a fish tank, some gravel, some filter, heater, and a lid. And it's an all-inclusive deal. You buy all of that, go home, set it up, come back, buy some fish, stick them in the tank, and there you go. You've got an aquarium with fish in it. But what they're giving you, the filter is for a 60 gallon tank. It's sort of this filter's good for a 40 to 60 gallon tank. So that filter is working hard and gets worn out very quickly. I decided to get a canister filter, which doesn't sit on the tank. It just has an inflow pipe that dips into the tank and an outflow pipe which dips into the tank, and everything else is exterior. Makes cleaning the filters a lot easier. And restarting it, because it had, obviously since it's sitting outside of the tank, it's always full of water, and the filters just lift out of the top, and the filters are much bigger, so this filter's good for 50 to 100 gallon tank. So at 60 gallons, it's running at 60% of its maximum capacity. It works well. I mean, it's probably working 100%, but it's cleaning the water 40% quicker than the old filter. Well, probably a lot more because it's a much bigger filter system. But it takes longer to clog things up. You can clean the filters. You can, I tend to replace the filters every 6 months and clean them every month between. And that works out fine. And then I think I've probably bought about 16 fish, and that is probably about 50 in there, because they bear live young rather than planting eggs. And problem with fish that lay eggs, they tend to eat the eggs. So if you want to breed egg-laying fish, you have to collect the eggs as soon as they're laid. Not as soon as they're laid. You have to collect the eggs. You have to keep an eye on the tank, basically, and pull the eggs out immediately after they've been fertilized and before the fish start eating them, and move them to a completely different tank in order for the eggs to hatch and baby fishes to happen. We've got fish, apart from the cory catfish, which are egg layers, but they don't seem to bother. We have fish that live breed, so that's marvelous, because they have lots of little baby fishes, and the baby fishes learn not to get into the mouths of the bigger fishes, and once you're set up, the tank kind of remains populated unless you have a chemical disaster or something along those lines. And you do end up with some interesting colour fishes, because obviously fishes from the same family will breed with each other. So if you've got red fish and blue fish, you'll end up with blue fish with red stomachs, and weird combinations like that. We've had some interesting interesting fish colours in the tank. Now the thing is I think the blue gene is probably the dominant one, because most of our fish are now settling on blue. We've had sort of emerald green fish, black fish with red backs, white fish, Dalmatian fish, but for the most part, the blue fish, they're all settling down to be blue. So that's a thing. And we are running short on fertilizer again. So I am kind of hoping we get to the end of the field and back. If that works out, I'll nip over to the farm. We'll grab the case and I will do that contract. I could set that up now. So we'll grab that one. Oh look, there's the train. So it's just north of the train, go into that farm and then we'll cut along the top of the field. So we'll accept that contract. I mean, with the way the game is set up today, I can just give the tractor a job to go, pick a field, go and do a job on that field, and it will drive there, so long as the road courses are set right. I think there's a couple of minor issues. This map has been updated. There is an update on the mod hub, but it's added a few crops. It's changed the worker pathing, I think, and a couple of other changes. And it does strongly suggest that you start a new game save. So I'm not doing that. Jump over here. And Giant Software. Games. 25. Mods. Search. Okay, so changelog 1.1. Let's go back to the game so I can see what I'm doing. Alfalfa has been added, can be sold, turned into silage, or used as animal feed. Soybeans now produce usable straw. But it acts as regular straw. Farmland layout updated, now contains 47 farmlands. New store, Alma Logistic. Purchase all required materials for constructible placeables. Sped up the drying process in the corn dryer and added a smoke effect during operation. Reduced price for dried corn to better reflect its market value. Updated the sowing calendar for soybeans and wheat. Where's the road? Alfalfa can now be stored and compacted in bunker silos. Oh, I don't want to drive onto the road there. Cornbread added to the bakery. New dairy products, condensed milk, yogurt, strawberry yogurt, cream, chocolate milk, and kefir. I'm going to find a way out. I think this might be usable. What else? Fermenter added as a placeable converts grass, chaff, alfalfa and dry alfalfa into silage and digestate. Transport contracts have been fixed and now work as intended. Due to all the changes listed above, a new game save is strongly recommended, or strongly required. Recommended is a better word. But anyway, so I have not taken the option to update that because strong requirements or strong recommendations to update your or to start a new game save. Unfortunately, we're now, I guess, 7 weeks into this, so I am not. I'm less inclined to start a new one. Okay, and here we are back at the farm again. Alrighty, fill up the liquid fertilizer and fill up the liquid fertilizer. Go find this guy. I do have rocks in all my fields because I did. Which way am I heading? Yeah, mostly north. That's actually a good direction, I think. Is that right? 271. Oh, no, that's heading back to the farm. Well, don't want to go that way. Wow, I got completely turned around there. To turn left here. And this is actually the first American map that I've really invested time into with intention. I've played Goldcrest Valley, which is supposedly a American farm. I've played basically every new version of Farm Sim from Farm Sim 17 onwards. I've played on the American map, but is my weight too low? My weight's not too low. But I've not really, all the other American maps I've played have really been, it's the only map available, and I'm playing on it to learn the game. I'm not playing on it to with any strong goals. Normally when I set up, at least on a Saturday stream, I'm looking at what can I do with this map. Hope there's no train coming. Yes, there's no train coming. So at that stage, I'm looking to see. Oakfield Farm. Let's breed a flock of 1,500 sheep. That was a big thing for that playthrough. I've had. Let's make cattle. Let's play this until we get to a certain point. But it's all been, I have intention on the playthrough. I don't have access to this land. Sure I do. Alrighty, and a completely different worker. It is what it is. Let's get back in the little John Deere. We've gone through a lot of fertilizer by the looks of it. It's okay. We are halfway through this. This is the third load. Well, is it? Yes, this is the third load. So we may want, maybe going back to the farm another one time. Well. And we are at, coming on 11 o'clock. Is this our field? I think this is our field. Oh, go tractor. Yes, this is our field. Now, because this is base game, contracts are fields are base game. They don't take advantage of what's it called? Precision farming. There will likely be another contract on this field. Could be fun. Or not. Might not be fun. So we do that, we do that, we do that, go. So I think now this is the last complete row. The row to our left is partial, so we'll get almost all the way across, and then that one will need to be finished off. But I think I can do that coming. We're heading west. So coming east, we can do that bit, but that should take us to that piece of scrubland in the middle of the field. So I can then just finish off that bottom northwest corner. Is that top? I don't know. Well, the hoeing contract's going well. It's already at 10%. So I need to run downstairs, grab some electric cable, and then sort out model trains for the afternoon, I think. I need to make up a shopping list, so what I'm probably going to end up doing is figuring out what bits and pieces I need to order and just creating a shopping list, and then not acting on it right now. The thing is we've got a lot of money coming out